What's going on, people? Today we are starting a brand new series on NCAA 06, and we're playing at the Colorado Buffaloes. But here's the thing: I started a little bit early. I've already played the first two games, so this episode is going to be a recap of the first two games and a look at the team. And the first real episode is going to be versus Miami. So the first week we played Colorado State, our rival, and we will be playing them beginning of every season. And we had a really good game. Offensively, we played really well. Our leading receiver had 173 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the defense played really good. The second week's a different story. We played Stanford. And Stanford destroyed us. Our offense played pretty much the same. We put up 37 points. But the defense did not do the same. The defense sold me out. They ran all over us. They threw all over us. It was a hard game. And, all right, let's take a look at the roster now. This is our roster. We have quarterback Zach Clayton. And these aren't named rosters because I don't know how to get the named rosters yet. But, yeah, we're going to get that situated pretty soon. But he has pretty good throw power and throw accuracy. We have one guy on the team, Bob McCullough. He's a freaking cannon of an arm with 92 throw power. And he's already been redshirted, but I would have redshirted him if I needed to. Now at halfback we have Kevin Moss, 94 speed and 70 catch. So this guy, I've been utilizing him really well. He has 157 rushing yards, but he's been dropping the ball, so I haven't really been throwing it to him. But in the Miami game, we're going to be utilizing him. We have good depth behind him, a lot of speed. So running back, I like speed in my offense, but we need more. The running back room is pretty good. Now we have a fullback, Jamal Bailey. He's 95 overall and 85 speed. I've been utilizing him a lot too. We're running him, and we got to get him involved in the passing game because he has pretty good catch as well. But he's been my downhill runner. And our receiver, we have Lay Johnson. Lay Johnson is our guy. He's my number one guy. I use him in the slot, outside. I line him up all over the place. And he's been playing really good for me. He's 456 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Trent Robinson is basically my number 2. He's 133 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's had some drop issues as well. He's dropped half the passes I've thrown to him. And everyone else just kind of gets in when they can. Tight ends, we don't really utilize a tight end in my offense. But I feel like if I get some more speed in here, then the tight end, we could use him more of like a wing tight end for me to get him involved in the passing game. But this guy's pretty good. We've been utilizing him in the run game because look at his run blocking. He's pretty good run blocking. And Brian Green as well. So in the Miami game, we're going to be using a lot more 2 tight end sets. I'm going to show you my playbook in a minute here. My tackles, my right tackle is pretty small. I don't like 290 pounds there. I need a little bit bigger. And my left tackle is, pretty good size. And they've been playing okay. I wish they could play a little bit better. And we have pretty decent depth behind them. But like I said, in the offseason, we're going to be recruiting more size. And my left guard is pretty good. Right guard is decent. And like I said, we still need size in the offensive line. But the offensive line has been playing pretty decent in the last couple games. We have Keith London, 86 overall, 295. He's pretty decent size for a center. And he's been playing really good for us. Now, defensive end, our defensive end situation is really good. We have a lot of talent here. And the last couple games we've been getting a pretty decent pass rush, except for the Stanford game. We didn't really get a pass rush. Same goes for our defensive tackles. They're not big enough. I mean, this guy is pretty decent size, but finding D tackles in this game with size has been proven a challenge for me last couple dynasties I've been running. And my outside linebackers are really good. We're running a lot of 3-4 because we can get them on the edge, get them on one-on-one situations, but we haven't been able to get sacks from our linebackers. So, in the Miami game, they expected to run a lot of 4-4 and 3-4 to get my outside linebackers in on some pass rush sets. Middle linebackers, really good. I redshirted Joe Scott, this guy right here. He's a senior. I don't usually redshirt seniors, but I just decided, you know, I can move him to defensive end next in the offseason because he has a pretty decent size and middle linebacker to defensive ends is really good in this game. Now, for my corners, I wish I had a little bit more height. There's only one guy here that's 6 feet tall. But this guy right here, in the future, as a junior, maybe as a senior, I can move him into the slot because he has excellent, not slot, I can move him into the nickel. And he's excellent speed to be able to rush in because I like to blitz my nickelbacks. And free safety is really good. We have a lot of depth behind them, but they're all redshirted, so that sucks. And my strong safety, Nick White, is suspended for 2 games. So Dominic Ward's been getting a lot of the touches, and he's already had 2 interceptions. So he might start for the rest of the season. I don't know. He's only a junior. Nick White's only a junior. He's a senior, so I might start Dominic Ward. And Sean Crum has been playing really good for me as well. He is a pick as well. My kicker, arguably the best kicker in the country, but he's been missing. And that's not the kicker's fault. That's my fault. I got to get better at kicking in this game. And we have the best kicker and the best punter in the country. So our special teams is really good. So let's take a preview look at the stats so far the last 2 weeks. If I can give you guys a look about how good we've been doing. Offensively, defensively, we still have some work to do. Right. So Zach Clayton has had 645 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 3 picks. He's throwing for 322 yards a game and 56 completion percentage. We need to get that up because we just had a lot of drops and missed passes. Running the ball, we've been running the ball pretty good. Kevin Moss and Jamal Bailey has been we've been having two-headed monster. We've been splitting the carries between these guys. And my offense, I'll show you the offense after I show you the stats. My offense doesn't really utilize running the ball, but I'm going to change that this go around because we have 2 really good running backs. Now, passing the ball, our receivers, we said Lay Johnson, let's take a look at the NCAA stats. He might be like 4th or 5th in receiving yards. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6th. So he's on a tear. He's been playing really good for us. He's been playing really good for us. So as we go back, defensively, we haven't really had much of a pass rush, but our pass rush has been coming from our defensive line and my nickelback. But we need more of a pass rush, so that's why I said we're going to be running a lot more 3-4 sets, 4-4 sets to get my linebackers on the field. Because my linebackers are better than my defensive ends and my interior. But this is the playbook. We've been running a lot of air raids concepts, air raid and a lot of RPOs. And then when we go under center, we run more West Coast concepts and inside runs. So expect a lot of like a West Coast air raid or West Coast spread type offense to where we throw the ball a lot and run the ball when we need to. When the box looks good, then we run the ball. And defensively, we run a 4-3, but we run like a hybrid, like a 4-3-3-4 type defense. And this is pretty indicative to what the defense and offense looks like. 80% pass, 20% run. But we're probably going to change that to more like 70-30 run or 60-40. Same for the defense. But this doesn't really matter in game. This is more simulation. I don't really sim that much. But this is pretty indicative to what we run. We have a spread offense, 4-3 defense. So, upcoming game, we play Miami. They're ranked number 5. This is going to be a tough game. It's at 3:30 p.m. So it's an evening game in the game, so it should look pretty nice. But as you see, for the offense, we have our total offense is ranked number 11. And our total defense is 15th. But The rush defense is where we've given up a lot of stuff. Because look at our pass defense, number 4. But our rush defense, we need to get that up. And that is going to be indicative. I mean, we can get that up by our recruiting. I've been going after cornerbacks, tight ends, the stuff that we need for our team overview. But some people I'm really looking forward to getting would be this right tackle. Look at his size, his strength looks really good. And the cornerback, Thomas Diggs, 6'5", 175, 4.31 speed. And the other cornerback here, 6'2", 4.2 speed. He'd be excellent in my system. But the 2 D tackles I was going after to shore up my run defense, they've already locked us out, so we can't get those. We got to get them on off-season recruiting. But that should do it for this video. This is just an overview of what's been going on for our new series. So, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.